Hey there, it's Vince, man with a fork. Today I'm going to be making two of my favorite things. Except I'm going to be doing them together. That's right, garlic buffalo chicken wings and pierogi. But together, garlic buffalo chicken pierogi right now on Man with a Fork. This actually goes back to a funny little event. We were at a New Year's Eve party and I said, hey, you know what, let's get together for karaoke soon. My friend Julia here is, hey, let's get together for pierogi soon. And that's how we ended up with something called pierogi karaoke. We'll cover that another day. Suffice it to say though, I made a lot of pierogi and we had a lot of extra pierogi dough. After a little bit, I decided, hey, let's amp this up, right? And so I took garlic buffalo chicken filling, put it into that pierogi dough, and just deep fried it, and it was spectacular. Today we're going to do a little bit of a cheat actually. We're going to be using chicken thighs. One of my favorite cuts of the chicken. It has all the benefits that you would have with ease of handling that you would have with a chicken breast, but it gives you all the juicy, moist, succulent flavor that you would get out of a good chicken wing. So the idea here is to be able to get the essence of a good buffalo chicken wing, amp it up with some garlic, and encase it in a flaky but still chewy and crunchy pierogi dough. All right, let's put this dough together. We're gonna start off with a couple of whole eggs here. And okay, no, I didn't steal this from you, Babish. We'll put the tiny whisk away. Yeah, this is more like it. Kind of break up the eggs a little bit. Let's add some sour cream. I'd say a half a cup of sour cream. Let's whisk that in. Add a cup of milk to our wet mixture over here. Once again, we'll whip that in. Let's get some flour. About 2.5 cups. We're gonna adjust based on how much the flour is absorbed. We're gonna add another half cup. We're gonna add, good old-fashioned baking powder. And start folding that in here. It's almost like making a pancake batter. If it seems too wet, we're going to add a little bit more flour. If it's too dry, we're going to add a little bit of extra milk. It's coming together, but it's still a little wet, so let's add another half cup of flour. That's actually pulling it really, really well. See if I can get this out onto our kneading surface. Do it by feel. Kind of get a gauge for, whether it's a little wet. If it's sticking to your hands like that, it could use a little bit more flour. So I'm gonna pull some additional bench flour. So here's another half cup. So far we put in 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm just having this off to the side because we're gonna use that to adjust for just how much we need. We don't want to make it too dry because what you do with the pierogi is you pinch the edges, right? That's how they stick together. So you don't want to make it too dry, otherwise nothing will stick. At the same time, you don't want to make it too wet, because otherwise everything sticks. Everything sticks to your fingers, right? So we're just kind of playing with that a little bit. There's another spot that's got a little moisture. We'll dust that ever so slightly, and I think, yeah, this is good. And you end up with a dough that's nice and soft, right? It's very pliable. We're actually going to let this rest, and that will allow, that'll allow the gluten to develop just a little bit more, but it's not going to be overworked. It's not going to be super tough. We're going to add a little salt to this. Let's season this a little bit so we get a little extra bit of flavor in there. So there you go. That's our dough. It's got a lot of give, but at the same time, it bounces back. By the time you've got the right amount of flour in there, it's no longer sticking to you. You can push it in and let go. Put this in a bowl. We'll set it aside. I'm going to cover it up with a little bit of plastic wrap. That'll give us time to work on the filling. Legends, as they say, need to be, well, they're worth repeating. Imagine yourself in Buffalo, New York. It's 1964. It's late. You're looking for a delicious snack. The proprietress, one of the 2 owners, Teresa Bellissimo, comes up with a dish out of necessity, right? Apparently, as the legend goes, they just ended up with a bunch of chicken wings and they didn't know what to do with it. So she takes some Frank's original red hot, pepper sauce and a stick of butter, and they start putting together a little bit of magic over there in Buffalo, New York. I'm going to add a little bit of sriracha to the mix here. Give it a little garlic backbite. And of course, let's bring our salt over. And let's see what kind of magic we can do over at the stove.
A few moments later.
Fire up our stove here. Medium low. Get that warmed up a little bit. Let's get 2 cups of our Frank's Red Hot. Remember, we're going to use this to flavor our chicken. Plus, we're also going to use this as the base for our buffalo wing sauce. So, yeah, we definitely need a good amount of sauce. The next thing we need to do, I'm going to put 1 stick of butter, a nice buttery, peppery emulsion. Too little butter and you end up with something that's a little too acidic, too much, and you lose some of that flavor punch that you get out of that hot sauce base. Still a little too tart. Put another stick, 2 cups of Frank's Red Hot. It's a 1-to-1 ratio there. Just whisking that in. Getting a nice silky sauce base here. To this mixture, I will be adding some sriracha. Give it a little bit of garlicky flavor there. Getting that all whisked together, and we're going to start prepping our chicken. Add a little seasoning there. Just make sure it's good coverage. So I got 3 pounds of chicken here. I'm going to put them skin side down. These are bone-in chicken thighs. It's a good time to hit the top with a little bit of salt. I'm trying to crisp up some of that chicken skin. We're not going to discard that, because I think that adds an extra richness, an extra flavor and texture component to this dish. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's get our buffalo wing sauce, and we're just going to ladle that over each piece, just like that. We'll let our chicken, kind of just cook all the way through. I'm going to knock the temperature down a little bit, and we're going to lid it up. And we'll check back on it in a few minutes. So it's been there for about 20 minutes. I've moved it around a few times, making sure that the bottom isn't burning. You want to make sure that it has plenty of flavor. We're going to keep all that sauce too. That's good stuff. So I'm going to take all the chicken for now, and I'm going to let it chill in the freezer, because you don't want to work with it when it's too hot. But we do want to bring the temperature down fast enough so that we're not waiting all day. Let's get this filling going. I've got a few cloves of garlic here. You still want to be able to bite into these little bits. You don't want to just totally crush it. Beautiful minced garlic. So we pulled this out of the freezer. It's been about 45 minutes. It's definitely cool enough to handle, but it's still warm, because this is cooked all the way through. You've got the chicken pieces over here. We're just going to shred them right off the bone. Taking the chicken off. If you have chicken skin, that's perfectly fine. I prefer it, actually, because I'm trying to replicate the experience of being able to bite into a juicy chicken wing. So what you want to do is you want to chop it up, cube it. I guess you could turn it into a fine mince and get a nice paste going. That'd be easier to put together, but really you want a nice bite. So yeah, if it's a little coarse, a little rustic, that's actually better. You get a much better mouthfeel. So remember all the liquid that we had from when we cooked the chicken. We've set that aside because we want to fold all this back into that. So much flavor. Next thing I'm going to do here, add a little bit of sour cream. We're going to get 2 tablespoons and a little bit of cream cheese, right? And that's going to bind it a little bit, kind of smooth it out. A couple of tablespoons in there. Of course, after it smooths it out, you want to punch up that buffalo sauce flavor right back up, right? We're going to get our buffalo sauce. We're going to ladle on a little bit. You don't want to overdo it, because we're going to give the option of being able to dip the finished fried pierogi after we're done. But so we got a little bit of that, and then we'll pull some of our garlic. We'll just put the raw garlic right in there, and if it ends up being or looking a little dry, just add more of that buffalo wing sauce. All right, this is looking pretty good actually. You want it to be something that can firm up, because remember, we're going to use this as filling. So see how everything is, holding up really well together. Feel free to sample and check for flavoring, because what you taste right now is how it's going to taste when you bite through the pierogi. Wow, actually, I'm gonna leave it. Oh, that's nice. Get that nice hit of the fresh garlic, and that's gonna mellow out just enough once you fry it. I'm gonna leave it alone. This is perfect, just the way it is right now. Let's get these pierogi assembled. Just a little bit of flour. All right, let's dig into our dough here. We don't want it sticking to our roller. And that's a good amount. I think for the amount of working surface that we got here, we're gonna cut it in half. We're gonna get some flour in our rolling pin. A little extra protection there so it doesn't stick. All right, I'm just gonna roll it out. Roll it out as flat as you can. I'm looking for, I don't know, we're probably looking for about 1/8 of an inch. If your dough is sticking to your rolling surface, well, make sure to add a little bit more flour. Just don't overdo it. You don't want to dry it out. Now, I don't know about you. Everybody's got their favorite cookie cutter. 3-inch cookie cutter would work out really well. I don't have any, but I do have these. This is the other half of my Boston shaker, and it's a perfectly good edge, right? Perfect rounds for our pierogi. Now, anytime you're doing this sort of thing, you're cutting out rounds, any excess can be rolled back up so you can make even more. Scoop some of our buffalo chicken, right in the middle, just like that. Pull, and push, pinch. There you go. Close it up real fast, just like that. Get them ready for a little bit of deep frying. All right, let's not forget our buffalo wing sauce, right? So we made plenty of it earlier. I like to use these squeeze bottles whenever I can. They're so convenient. So I'm gonna reach over here and we'll pour our buffalo wing sauce in there, and we will leave this at room temperature so it's ready to squeeze out when we're ready to serve. And there's nothing I like better than a good blue cheese dressing. So let's make some blue cheese dressing from scratch. I will start off with our sour cream. That's about a couple of tablespoons right there. And we're gonna get an equal part of mayonnaise, like that. That's our base over there. We're gonna squeeze in some lemon juice, give it a nice, fresh acidity. Keep whisking that half a lemon in there. Hit it up with a little black pepper, and then we got some blue cheese here. That smells sweet, pungent. Add a good hit of blue cheese right in there, and then we're going to fold that in. You want to fold it in enough times so you can incorporate the flavor of the blue cheese in with the other ingredients. Actually, I could use just a little bit of salt. And we can set this aside. Now let's get back to the stove.
A few moments later.
We want to get our temperature for our oil. I'm trying to get it to 360 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to take our pierogi pieces here, Just gonna lay them down very gently, right in there. Okay, we're doing this at medium heat, and I'm actually gonna start ladling it on the other side too. Now remember, this particular dough, we added some baking soda. And baking soda is going to help it puff up, give it a nice bit of extra space in there. It's going to crunch up. It's going to be good. We're going to peek underneath that real soon. Oh yeah. We'll flip it over. Oh, you see that? Oh, that is beautiful. It's almost like we're making little donuts. I'm going to switch over to some tongs here so we can get even better control, so we can see what's going on. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'm going to flip it over a little bit here. Get some more on that side. Oh yeah, hear that sizzle. I'm going to start pulling some of these guys off now. Oh, that's beautiful. Bring that out to the edge. Nice and puffy pillows. Now is the moment of truth here. We are ready to plate our fried garlic buffalo chicken pierogi. All right, so we've got our batch right here. I'm just gonna put some right into our plate. See, look at that. Look at that beautiful plate of pierogi. Oh, that is so nice. All right, we're going to get a few pieces right here. Just lay them down right onto our plate. Oh, they are. Man, I can feel it. It's just, they're puffed up so nice. I haven't had anything to eat all day, so I'm gonna get a full serving here. What I like to do is, start off by, making it, even more flavorful. We're gonna put our buffalo wing sauce right over the top, like that. Yep. Oh yeah, we can drench those guys. Yep. Really nice. Really coated. Oh, a little bit more there. Oh, that is pretty. And then we take our bits of raw garlic and we just just get some bits in there. And this just smells fantastic right now. It's hitting me in the face. It smells so good. All right, we're gonna get our first piece. I'm gonna sauce that up even more. We're gonna get our blue cheese dressing right here. We're just gonna drizzle it right over. Oh yeah. Beautiful. All right, here we go. I want to make sure I share this moment with you, right? And let's see how that how that opens up. Oh, that is so nice. I gotta go in for a bite. Wow. Oh, that is nice. I'm speechless. So that pierogi dough maintains that chew that you expect out of a traditional pierogi, but with the frying, it tends to it reminds you of the of biting into an actual chicken wing. And then you get that. Should I use a napkin? Should I just lick my fingers? If you're a purist, this is not your traditional pierogi, obviously, but I tell you, this is a combination of the best of American and Polish fusion right here. It is so good. Mm. To nie są pierogi twojej babci. The best meal experiences are the ones that bring back a lot of memories, and I have a lot of great memories of sharing time with with friends, enjoying chicken wings, enjoying that sweet taste of blue cheese just coating everything. I have wonderful memories of enjoying great meals with all my Polish friends, and this dish is my gift to you. You know what? If you like what you've seen here, absolutely hit like right there. And if you haven't already, shame on you. You'd better subscribe. I'm Vince, man with a fork. I'll see you next time. Babish, are you missing your whisk? Yeah. You know what? Let me get a little bit more of that blue cheese.